Hello, welcome to Queen of Waters on YouTube. I'm Kristen. I am your Queen of Waters. I just kicked the camera, sorry. Oh, there we go. I will ask you to please subscribe for me if you haven't done so already and give me a thumbs up. Even if you don't like what I'm saying, maybe if you like me, just do that, right? I'm just kidding. Thank you very much for being here. I'm going to continue the little short reading that I just started. The reason I'm going to do that is because I want to say more about this energy. So please jump over to the channel, go to the actual channel page. There will be a video right here with me looking like this, holding up this card. There are no ads on my channel. Please go watch it, subscribe, and like. Thank you. Okay, what I want to say about this energy, I'll read the card again. Everything is as you've created. All you create offers you lessons in life. There we go. Here's what I got from this. I personally have my own business. It's just me. I don't have employees. It's a private location. I don't advertise. Of course, I have done everything the hardest way possible, right? Why do I do that? Because I work with the public and I don't want it. And I massage people and I life coach people. I'm in people's faces like I'm in your face right now. I don't want any, excuse me, effing weirdos in my face. I don't want to touch weirdos. I've had to do that already at the beginning of my career. I don't want any of that. So I decided I needed to do all of this differently. So I started doing it differently. What I didn't notice is that what I was planning and creating to make money, the goal that I set for myself, had already happened. It was working. I didn't see it. Do you see what I'm saying? There could be something about yourself that you're like, oh, if only I just did this way, or don't do the woulda, shoulda, couldas about the past. Stay right here. Is there something you're doing that you can do a little differently? Maybe look at how far you've come and shift your perspective to the I don't have to the I have everything, because you really do. Everybody gets a chance in life. Thank you for listening to me. I can't help myself. Woo! All right. That right there, what I just did, was Emperor energy. Did you see that? I was full of myself. This is the next card that came out in that little reading. So when I'm putting these two together, the top of this is a number 26 that reduces to a number 8, the number of self. Please, when you are being overprotective, don't be do it. Be overprotective for yourself. That's right. Not to the point where you're pushing people away. I know all about that. I do that too. It's because, you know what? I'm very sensitive and my feelings get hurt and it kicks my ass. So I'm working on not reacting. I am practicing cognitive behavioral therapy on myself. No, it's not easy, but like I said, I'm a Scorpio and I kind of do things the hard way. I do what works for me because you know what? In my world, things work better for me when I do things my way. I'll try the traditional stuff like washing windows with a squeegee. You know what works better for me? A piece of newspaper directly on the glass with some Windex, and it really cleans. That's what I'm talking about when I say things like this. It's a little tweak. It's not some big life lesson. It's just time to start all over again. You know, the World card really means that this cycle is concluded. Did you learn some lessons from it? I hope you did, because if you didn't, it's going to happen again. All right. Now here's what I'm going to do. These are the little fairy cards I pulled. I'm going to clarify all these cards that I pulled in that little short reading. First, I will clarify the everything as you have created. I'm going to clarify that energy that's acting you to look at things differently. Whoops. Asking you to look at things differently. Woo! Page of Wands. This is beautiful energy. It's fiery energy. Pages are here to let you know that changes are coming, and they're here to announce it. They are here to say, hey, something's coming. You better be ready. And it's wrapped up in creative, fiery energy. It's beautiful. And passion. This is the Wands, the Page of Wands. The Wands are creativity. You can't have anything creative without the spark of passion, the fire. So this little energy, when it's immature, like if it's a very young person or just someone who's unsure of themselves, it can come across as being immature. It can be very flirty. It can seem like game playing. Somebody who scares you when you're not looking, that kind of thing. That energy, I don't like being scared, and it happens all the time. Why do boys think it's funny to scare you? It's not. It's funny to you, but I don't like it. Thank you. Do you understand what I'm saying? That little fiery. Okay. So it sounds like I might be saying, oh, be really serious and take yourself seriously. This little page is here to say, Yes, take yourself seriously, but please be playful and don't get so wrapped up that you're not seeing the forest for the trees, right? That means there's so many trees that you can't see that there's a forest there, right? Then this Emperor energy, this is just asking you to be strong because it's already within you. And sometimes I don't believe that I am strong, but I am. And look at that, you got an 8 of Wands to clarify that. This is a message coming in again with the wands and the fire and the passion. This is a passionate message coming in. Ooh, I just got a download. You know what this is? This is beautiful. The Emperor card and the 8 of Wands is literally, I'm feeling an epiphany. Epiphany is energy. Can't say that without sounding like a ding dong. Big, giant epiphany energy. You're going to have a huge self-realization about yourself, and the message is going to hit hard because all you create offers you lessons in life. Do you see? I love these cards. This is why I love to read cards. This is why I read the energy. It all makes sense to me. Here's the world, conclusion of a cycle. What cycle are we concluding? Oh, well, here we go. We have another Emperor card. We are concluding the cycle of treating our own selves like we don't matter because we do. Now, I want to say something about this. Is there something you're doing? Oh, look at that. Wait a second, because you know what? The Knight of Wands came out in that little mini read. This fell out. I'm just going to leave it right here. And I forgot what I was trying to say. I had a point about the Emperor energy and really standing in it. Oh. The King of Wands came out and the Knight of Wands is here. So there's some more to that too. Hold on a second. This Emperor energy is asking you to be strong about this cycle. I said conclusion of a cycle. Something's really shifting. You're going to need to be very strong in your own energy. And what that means to me is you're going to need to know exactly what you want. What is for your highest good? Figure that out. Here, let's get us a card. F word. Now it's a Knight of Wands. Okay, there's a very clear message here. There are a lot of wands on this table. A lot. Knight of Wands is here to clarify the Emperor and the World card. Now, the Emperor is you, asking you to be stronger in yourself. And here's the Knight of Wands. All right, I don't read reversals, but I'm absolutely getting an energy. Knight of Wands is very in and out, fiery energy. The Knights are here to let us know that not only the pages say there's something coming, and the Knights say it's here, and then the King makes it happen. So here we go. Look at this. We also have the King down here. We have a Knight of Wands. We have the Emperor. We have another Knight of Wands. There are 2 Knight of Wands. This is your reading about you. Here's the epiphany. You did something that wasn't for your highest good. And with all of this Knight of Wands energy, the Knight of Wands energy, that in and out fiery energy, you did it. You did something and moved forward before it was time. That's why the World card is here. Stop everything. Stop. Time for reboot. Stop. Here's the Emperor. Use that energy to not move forward in this situation anymore, okay? You're going to know what it is if you're here watching me. You know what I'm talking about. It's not bad. It's just time to look at yourself a little differently. I don't want you to be the Knight of Wands. I want you to be the King of Wands with your energy. Step up. The King of Wands can actually hold this in control. It's fiery and passionate, charismatic, and you know what else it is? It is confident energy. You have got to be confident before you move forward in whatever this situation is. And I want another card for the situation. We have another World card. When cards start repeating themselves like this, it means I'm on to something and I am right. The message, I am not right. This is not me. The message that is coming out in the cards is right, all right? This is to clarify the 9 of Wands. That's wounded warrior energy. More wands. Remember what I said about moving too fast? That's what happened, and it actually hurt you, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe you did something that you thought was going to work, like maybe you're a boy and you tried to scare somebody, another boy, a them, a they, her, he, she. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. This is about energy. Did you try to do something that you thought was really creative and sweet and it didn't work? It didn't work. That's why this is here, because this is wounded warrior energy. The wands are physical movement. It's out here in the 3D and you're moving around. You did something and it had to do with moving around. So it wasn't, I don't feel like it was something you did with your phone is what I'm trying to say. It was not that. It was out here in the physical world. You did something and it wasn't quite right. It didn't work the way you wanted it to. That's why the world is here. Conclusion of a cycle. It is literally time to look at this with fresh eyes. And then I have to clarify the Knight of Wands again because it's here again. And here's the Star. You got to heal that energy. Heal it. How can you heal it? What can you do to heal this in and out energy that you found yourself in? And remember, the Star card is hope and healing. You've heard that song. When you wish upon a star, that star. Do you want to wish? What is your wish? What do you want, right? Knight of Wands, the energy, the universe, God, whatever you want to say, yourself, wants you to please slow down. Slow down. That's what I'm getting from that. Slow down, okay? Slow down and just sit with yourself. You don't have to do anything. You don't even have to go out on a Friday night. What would happen if you stayed home and just spent some time with yourself? Well, for one, you wouldn't be distracted. A lot of people like to go out and drink beer and do stuff so they don't have to think about what happens during the week. Other people do it just to blow off steam. You still, again, not thinking about what happened. There's a healthy way to do that. Here's the Death card. This came out in that other little reading, you know. Death. I say that Scorpio for me is death and the Tower. Scorpio energy is always transforming. Death of a new situation, birth of a new situation, death of an old situation, birth of a new situation. The epiphany energy that I was feeling, that's this energy right here. It is right here. It came out in the meeting. A meeting. Why did I say that? This little situation can apply to a work situation. If you've got a meeting this week, it is Wednesday right now. If you're having a meeting sometime this week, I'm going to ask you to do things differently than you've ever done. If you're always opening your mouth and saying, try this, do that, blah, blah, try being a different person in the meeting. Do you see what I'm saying? Pay attention, but kind of hold your power right here. Not here, but like right here before you move forward and say anything. This also applies to a relationship situation. It can be a love situation or a friend or a sibling. Do you see what I'm saying? That's right. It's time to look at that with fresh eyes. Start over. Whoops, I had the deck upside down and the freaking Nine of Wands is there. The Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands. Boy, you are really feeling it, aren't you? Look, there it is again. God. I shuffled everything. The same cards are coming out in the readings that I'm watching on YouTube, too. It's crazy. All right. It just means something's coming. Something is always coming. As soon as you realize that, your whole life will change. Do things that help you to get ready for the something that's coming. It's hard. Here is Chariot energy on top of the Death card. This is a major arcana. That means there's movement to this situation, the one that we're here watching this reading for. And if you have no situation and you're just watching me because you think I'm funny, thank you. Sometimes I'm funny, sometimes I'm not. This is important. This is energy. See how I shifted the energy? I went from blah, 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 and then I stopped and talked to you and changed the energy. That's what this feels like. It's a big sudden, for me, it's very sudden. It's a chariot. Whoosh, that's fast energy. 2 horses are pulling it. Whoosh, that's fast. It's sudden and you got to feel it. It does feel subtle actually. I was going to say it didn't, but it does. So it's going to change. The energy is going to shift. I want you to pay attention because it feels like it is going to be a subtle shift. It's going to be within you and it's going to be wrapped up in that epiphanious energy that I feel that's going to make you, help you look at yourself a little differently. It might be a lot differently. I don't know, but this is a big rush of energy. So that means however you choose to listen to this reading, whatever you choose to do with this Death card energy, it's going to hit you like boom. You're going to feel it. I think you're going to like it. And here's Judgment. This was the last card that came out. Judgment. That means the situation is over. You have been judged. What have you been found? You don't know. This is about you. What did you find out about yourself in this situation? Did you find out that even though you thought you were giving, maybe you weren't giving enough, or maybe you weren't giving in the right way? Maybe you were giving when it had to do with just you, about how it would make you feel better. Have you ever done that? I've had people do that to me, not pay attention at all to me and what I'm asking for, what I'm saying, or my actions. They're just focusing on themselves and that they want to feel better. It happens to me a lot because I give. I can't help it. I can't help it. I am the Queen of Cups, and that's what she does. She opens her cup and gives. I have to be really careful. In the last situation I was in, boy, I judged myself and I learned, and it was beautiful. Have you looked at what you've been doing? That can be judgment too, because you're looking at yourself and you're saying, maybe I should do things a little differently. Maybe I should try doing this instead of that. See what I mean? Look at that. So there's some judgment energy. There's a lot of growth on this table. We are going to clarify the judgment card. Here we go. Well, we're not clarifying it because here's the Seven of Cups. That's confusion. The cups are emotion. That's a lot. It's telling you, and I'm getting this for real. When I said an epiphany is going to happen, it is. It's going to happen as soon as you actually realize there's part of yourself that you need to work on. You need to change. You need change. What I mean by that is maybe just stop doing something you've been doing. I've been saying it all through this video. See that? All these different cups, they all have something different inside of them. See, one of them has a snake. This one has a dragon's wing. There's pearls in one of them, treasure in another. You have to be careful what you decide to do, especially when it's about yourself. And I have a really bad habit of putting others first. I end up getting hurt a lot because of that. I'm really working on it. Unfortunately for me, it means I have to keep people away from me right now, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay, because when I'm finished with myself, my self-acceptance, that's what I'm working on, self-acceptance. And I'm not going to be finished. I don't mean when I'm finished. I mean when I get to the next level of this life. I want this. Woo! 10 of Cups energy. Do you know what this is? It's everything. It's emotional fulfillment. This to me means that you are so happy in your situation. Look at these two beings. There's the little children. These people are in love. It looks like it. They just love. They feel like it. This feels very soulful. And again, it's a 10, conclusion of a cycle. This is beautiful energy. See, if you just please work on yourself a little bit, you can look at yourself a little differently and you can grow and you'll have an epiphany. Let me get you another card. You will have an epiphany. Maybe you had one after I said that. I couldn't even say that word. All right, let me get you a Queen of the Moon Oracle card. Attraction. Supermoon. Attraction. What are you attracting? This is all about yourself. I'm going to have to pull another one out. Woo! You are attracting the unexpected. I told you change was coming. I told you. That's beautiful. Thank you. You're attracting the unexpected. Yes, get ready. Thank you so much for watching me. Please subscribe and hit a like. Namaste.